first week after I came to Carson Long, I knew that this place was somewhere I could succeed and go farther than I ever could have before. With that in mind, I completed my first year here, doing very well, and improving my academics by a lot. Coming back for my second year was a choice that I fully supported, along with my parents. When I came back, I knew that I had wanted to go to college, but I wasn't sure how to get there. Since then, I've answered part of that question, but not completely. And I'd like to share some advice that I got while making those decisions. Firstly, whenever you make a decision, make sure that it's getting you towards your goal in whatever way possible, and that it's the right thing for you, especially when it affects others. Because when it affects others, it has a larger impact and it spreads. Making bad choices hurts other people, not just you. The second piece of advice was when you meet an obstacle, you have another choice to make. And you have three options. First, you can make a choice to go through that obstacle at whatever the cost. Secondly, you can sit there and contemplate, but never actually do anything, and you have achieved nothing. Thirdly, you may choose to sit there and cry about it, and still achieve nothing. When you make that decision, you have to make the decision, no matter what, because making no decision is the same as doing nothing. I have a lot of thank yous, so bear with me. I'd like to thank my building officers, Lieutenant Pease and Sergeant Chun, for being my mentors, friends, and really father figures for me while I was here. I'd like to thank Major Holman for the inhuman amount of hours he puts in every day for all of us. I'd like to thank Mrs. Chun for her support in my S5 duties, taking pictures, basically making all of my stuff possible. I'd like to thank Mrs. Morgan for keeping the library open for me to use all the time. I'd like to thank all of you guys for your support whenever we really needed it, for just keeping yourselves together, staying out of trouble, doing everything that we're supposed to do to get us through the year. I'd like to thank the nurses, because they help out a lot, whether we realize it or not. They make it possible. You guys have a bum foot, they give you a leave, Motrin, I know it's a joke, but it helps. I'd like to thank my bio teacher, Mrs. Mathers, for really pushing me and giving me a small taste of what college is going to be like. I'd like to thank Captain Baker for working with me and Markin through Euro, which was sometimes more productive than others. I'd like to thank Colonel Somerville for his support when I really needed it, occasionally giving me motivation when I was somewhat unmotivated. I'd like to thank Colonel Butler as well for giving me the opportunity to take up a high leadership position and excel. Lastly, I want to say that I'm extremely proud to be graduating with this class. You guys have done extraordinary things, and I'm sure we'll go on to do more extraordinary things. Congratulations.